Pure Bond Chapter 10, Targeted, Part 1, The Abduction. It's Thursday morning as Sarah was getting up and preparing for another day at the CMA Academy.
I can't wait to see Jack today. I'm glad he's always there for me.
She puts on her school uniform, then went downstairs to greet her parents.
Good morning, Mother, Father.
Good morning, honey.
I know that you're gonna have another great day at the academy, aren't you?
Of course I will, Father. You know me better than that.
Yes, I do, Sarah. You are my daughter after all.
That's right. I have Mother's skills and your smarts, Father. With them, I have what it takes to keep succeeding in school and reach my goals and dreams. Not only to make the two of you proud, but to make myself proud as well.
Those were some strong words you said there, Sarah, and that's something that we both expect from you.
I know, Mother. I'm willing to go as far as I can in life to support you and Father too. You've both done so much for me over the years that someday, when I have a great career like you two have now, I'll be able to give you guys something in return.
We'll always support you, Sarah, from now until the end of time.
Thank you, Father. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you too that I'm going to be hanging out with Jack after school because he's going to take me to his house later this afternoon to meet his family.
Okay, Sarah. We hope you enjoy yourself over there. Just contact us from time to time, letting us know that you're alright, okay?
I will, Mother. Well, I better get going now. I'll see you both tonight. Love you.
We love you too, honey.
Sarah kissed her parents on the cheek and then left the mansion. She then walked towards Mr. Rogers and entered the car and left the premises. They arrived at the CMA Academy around 23 minutes as Sarah's driver opened the door and let her out of the car.
Here we are, Miss Morgan.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Just to let you know, you don't have to pick me up this afternoon. I'm going to be riding back home with Jack.
Are you sure, Miss Morgan? I have been hired by your father to make sure that you get to your destination safely.
I am, sir. He's taking me to his house to meet his parents. Don't worry about me, Mr. Rogers. I'll be fine.
Okay, Miss Morgan. I trust you completely. Well, I'll be on my way now. Have a good day at school, ma'am. Come home safely.
Thank you. Bye.
Sarah then walked towards the front gate of the school as Mr. Rogers left the academy. But unbeknown to Sarah, someone was watching her. Two men in ski masks were watching her from a further distance using their binoculars. They then looked at a photo of a girl that matches the same description as Sarah.
That's her, no doubt about it.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's time we told the boss that we found her.
Right.
Meanwhile, at a manor located in the northern suburbs of town, a man in a black suit with a blue polo shirt and tan pants was looking outside of his home when he heard his phone ringing. He put the phone on speaker mode.
Yes, what is it?
We found the girl, Mr. Edward, at a school called the CMA Academy.
Excellent. You've both done well seeking her out. For now, keep a low profile. We don't want to attract any attention to ourselves. But when the time comes, bring the girl to me. I want an old friend of mine to learn what despair really means.
Understood, Mr. Edward. We'll stay around the area and keep a low profile.
They've ended their conversation from there. Afterwards, Reginald then said,
Chester, my old friend, I'll make you pay by kidnapping your daughter. I will have my revenge and show you the true meaning of suffering.
Back at the CMA Academy, Sarah was in the study hall completing some of her assignments. Then Jessie, Laura, and Christina came in to accompany her.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, girls. What brings you all here?
What do you think, silly? We're here to keep you company, and we wanted to chat with you for a little bit, too.
Okay. I don't mind y'all company at all.
They all sat next to Sarah and took out some of their books and homework assignments. Christina then asked Sarah a question.
I never did ask you this, Sarah, but when did you first meet Jack?
Sarah then explained to her how she and Jack first met one another.
The first time I've met him, he came into the dancing room. He must have been watching me practice my ballet that day when I wasn't looking. When I looked at him, I knew there was something special about him. I've been having feelings for him ever since. I then went to his basketball game later that day to show my support. When I saw him playing, he was so fast and skilled that no one could even keep up with him. He was absolutely amazing. After the game was over, I went to go talk to him. And then, I expressed my feelings to him and we've been going out ever since.
That's so romantic, Sarah. I'm glad to know that your relationship with him is going very well.
Thanks, Christina. I'm glad it is too.
Jessie also had a question for Sarah.
By the way, Sarah, have you ever been to Jack's house before?
Only once. When I dropped him off after we were finished with our date at the Olive Garden. I never went inside his house before.
Are you planning on heading over there at some point?
Yes, sooner than you think.
Okay. Well, let us know how things turn out over there.
Sure, will do.
With that, Sarah and her 3 best friends ended their conversation and resumed working on their assignments. Meanwhile, Jack was in the gymnasium playing basketball with his 3 best friends, Tyler, Kyle, and Rio. They were playing 2-on-2 for about 16 minutes, and then Jack wanted to ask the guys a question.
Hey guys, I want to ask you all something.
Sure, what's on your mind, Jack?
We all know Sarah's wealthy, right? But I have this strange feeling that she could be in terrible danger at some point. I mean, like, she could be a target to someone.
I understand what you mean. Anyone that wealthy could be targeted by others that knew them before they became successful. What they did must have upset them in some sort of way, and they've been carrying a grudge ever since.
Don't worry, Jack. We're here for you. If anybody tries to mess with our friends, we'll make sure they'll pay for it.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad to have you all as my friends.
Jack and the guys did a high five and walked towards the locker room. Later during the day, Jack and Sarah were in the ballet room. Jack was watching Sarah performing her moves step by step.
Wow, you've been doing real well with your ballet, Sarah. You're just getting better and better every day.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks to my mother, I'll become a better ballet dancer than she could ever dreamed of.
I know you will, Sarah. I have total faith in you.
Thank you.
After their little conversation, Sarah continued practicing her ballet. But then Jack wanted to ask her something very important.
Hey, Sarah? I want to ask you something.
Sure. What is it, Jack? Is something wrong?
This question just keeps coming through my mind ever so often, but have you ever been thinking someone could be targeting your family by trying to get to you?
No, I haven't thought about that at all. But I understand what you're asking me. And you may be right about one thing. If someone does come after me and use me to get to my mother or father, I'd better be very careful and watch my surroundings. Danger can lurk anywhere, even where you least expect it. You never know where it might come from or when it'll happen.
Sarah, no matter who may come after you, I won't let anyone take you away. I promise. I'll protect you no matter what happens, and I'll make sure no one inflicts any harm on you.
Thank you, Jack. I know you'll always be there for me.
Sarah kissed him and then continued her ballet practice. Elsewhere, Christina was walking through the hallways, then looked out the window when she saw 2 male figures around the block sticking around the academy grounds.
I wonder what they're up to right now.
She then moved away from the window and continued walking down the halls. The school day was drawing to a close as the 8 friends all met up on the 2nd floor.
Alright guys, I'm gonna take Sarah to my house.
Aw, that's so sweet. I hope you two enjoy yourselves.
I know you're going to have a great time alone with Jack.
Knock it off, Jessie!
Come on, Laura. You know I'm just toying with her.
Make sure you 2 get home safely, alright?
We will, Rio.
If anything happens, contact us as soon as possible. Got it?
Don't worry, we'll be sure to do that. Alright, we'll see you all tomorrow.
See ya!
As Jack and Sarah were walking off, Rio said in his thoughts,
Be careful, my friends.
Jack and Sarah were leaving the school and were walking towards Jack's car. Meanwhile, the 2 thugs were watching Jack and Sarah leave the CMA Academy. They then contacted Mr. Edward for their next objective.
The girl's leaving the school with a friend of hers. Should we follow them?
Yes, but keep your distance. Once they get to a non-busy street, do everything you can to stop them and capture the girl. Do what you want to her friend, but do not harm the girl.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go.
Jack and Sarah got in the car and left the CMA Academy. Then, a dark blue van started to follow them at a further distance. Jack turned his car at a non-traffic road, and so did the van. While the kidnappers were closing in on their target, Jack and Sarah were chatting with each other in the car.
I can't wait to meet your parents. I've been wanting to see them for a while now.
Yeah, they can't wait to meet you too. Trust me, you're gonna love them.
Of course.
Sarah then looked at the car mirror, noticing a dark blue van was getting closer to them.
Jack, I think someone's following us.
Who is?
Jack looked through his rearview mirror and also saw the dark blue van behind them.
What do you think they want from us?
I don't know what they want, but whatever it is, they're not gonna get it. Hang on, Sarah.
Jack accelerated his car to get away from the van that was following them, but the van was still hot on their tail.
They're gaining on us.
Don't worry, I'll try to lose them.
Jack turned left, but the van continued following them.
You won't escape that easily.
One of the kidnappers opened the windows and shot one of the back tires from Jack's car.
They shot one of the tires. I'm losing control. Sarah, hold on.
Jack was losing control of the car, and then they crashed at a streetlight. The kidnappers then stopped the van, then got out of the van to capture Sarah.
Who the hell are you people? What do you want from us?
We want that girlfriend of yours. Is that too much to ask?
I won't let you take her. Sarah, stay behind me.
Okay.
Sarah stood behind Jack.
We're not going to ask twice, kid. You can make this a whole lot easier for yourself if you just give us the girl. Otherwise, we can result to beating the living crap out of you and take her by force. Hand her over if you know what's good for you.
After hearing the kidnapper's objective, Jack then said in his thoughts,
Oh man, I was right. There are really people out to get her and her family. I swore I would protect her at any cost. Now this is my chance to prove it.
Sarah was worried of the situation that they're currently in right now. She then asked Jack a question.
What are we going to do?
Then Jack responded to her question.
Sarah, listen very carefully. I want you to get as far away from here as you can. Call your dad and tell him what's going on here. I'll buy you as much time as I can, but don't stop for anything, got it? Just keep running!
No, I can't just leave you here.
This isn't the time to debate, Sarah. Besides, I don't care what happens to me. All that matters now is that you get somewhere safe. Your life is in danger, and if you stay here, you're only gonna make it easier for them.
Okay, Jack. I understand.
Good. Now go! Get out of here!
Right.
Heeding Jack's words, Sarah ran from the premises.
Don't let her get away!
I won't let you lay a finger on her.
Jack then started attacking the kidnappers. One of them then told the driver what to do.
Go catch her. Understood.
The driver then drove off to catch their target. While Jack was holding off the kidnappers, Sarah was running for her life while trying to contact her father.
Come on, Dad. Pick up. Pick up.
After a few rings, the call came through. Chester greeted his daughter, unaware of the situation that she's currently in.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Dad, you have to help us.
What's going on? Are you all right?
Jack and I are being attacked. There's some crooks trying to kidnap me. Jack is holding them off, but I don't know how long he can keep them occupied.
Sarah, hang on. I'm on my way. I'll track you down with my phone.
Please hurry, Dad.
They've ended their conversation from there, but the driver was able to catch up to Sarah. He then got out of the car to capture their target.
Where do you think you're going now, young lady? Your boyfriend can't save you now.
On the other side of things, Jack was holding his own against the kidnappers, but the driver managed to grab Sarah.
Ah!
Oh no. He turned around and saw Sarah struggling to get away from the driver.
Hey, stop! Let go of me! Jack, help!
Sarah!
He tried to run his way towards Sarah in order to save her, but then he was intervened by the kidnappers that he was dealing with to prevent him from getting to her.
She's the least of your worries, kid.
Get the hell out of my way. Now!
Ha! Go ahead and try. You won't save her.
Jack continued fighting the kidnappers, but then he was starting to lose more and more stamina the longer he kept fighting them, which gave the kidnappers the advantage. One of them smacked him with a pipe bar in the face, and the other ended up punching him in the stomach. He then collapsed to the ground. Sarah then cried out his name in total shock.
Jack!
Quit struggling and get in the van.
The kidnappers kept beating him up to make sure he couldn't strike back. Sarah was driven to tears seeing her boyfriend being pummeled to death.
Stop! Just stop it, please! I beg you! Please don't kill him!
Jack was beaten badly and was coughing up some blood as he saw Sarah being taken away from him, and there was nothing more he could do to save her. He barely managed to get up.
I say we whipped into good shape.
We got what we came for. Our task is done. Let's go.
Yeah, have fun rotting on the ground.
No! No! Let her go, damn it!
The kidnappers ignored him and got inside the van. They slowly drove by Jack and said,
Take a good look at her now, because this will be the last time you'll ever see her again.
Jack saw Sarah in tears, and all he could do was watch her from the ground helpless as the kidnappers were taking her away.
Jack! Jack! Help me! Help me!
No! Stop! Damn it! Give her back!
The kidnappers then left the premises with their hostage, leaving Jack alone, badly bruised.
Sarah, I'm sorry. I failed to protect you.
Jack then lost consciousness and collapsed to the ground. Chester arrived at the location a little too late and saw Jack lying on the ground.
Jack! Shoot, I'm too late. They've already taken her. Don't worry, son. I'll take care of you.
He picked up Jack from the ground and then said in his thoughts,
Sarah, wherever you are, I'll find you and I'll save you. I promise.
Meanwhile, in the van, the kidnappers were tying up Sarah.
Let me go right now! Where are you taking me?
We're taking you to our boss, Mr. Edward.
What does your boss want with me?
That you don't need to worry about. But he has big plans for you nonetheless. You'll find out soon enough.
You crooks won't get away with this. No matter where you guys take me, my father will find me. And he will rescue me. I guarantee it. Just you wait.
You think so, huh? Don't bet on it, girl. Hey, grab me a cloth and some chloroform. I say she's spoke enough. It's time we put her to sleep.
One of the thugs looked inside the glove compartment and grabbed a rag, a cloth, and chloroform. Sarah ended up screaming for help, hoping that someone can hear her.
Help! Help! Someone please help!
They put the rag inside her mouth and then gagged her with a white cloth. Sarah screamed, muffling,
No! Let me go! Let me go! Don't help me!
Finally, they chloroformed her, putting her to sleep.
Now that you're secured, let's contact the boss.
With their task now complete, they then contacted Mr. Edward.
Mission accomplished. We have the girl, sir.
Excellent. Good job.
Thank you, sir. So what's next?
I'll hold her for ransom to lure my prey out. He will try to rescue his daughter. Eventually. If he doesn't come with a ransom, I'll have something planned for our guest.
Understood, Mr. Edward. We're on our way now.
Their conversation ended there as Reginald was sitting on his desk after he hung up the phone. He then said,
You want your daughter back, Chester? Come and get her.
To be continued.